Welcome to Women Working in Wealth from the American College Center for Women in Financial Services. Join us as we showcase unique career opportunities and dispel myths surrounding the financial services profession through conversations with industry leaders.
We are glad that you are here for another episode of Women Working in Wealth. I'm your host, Lindsey Lewis. We are thrilled to have Bina Patel. Bina is a financial representative at Wealth Advisory Group LLC, which is a DBA under Guardian, where she is helping clients achieve financial balance. I know you are all just as excited as I am, so let's get into our conversation with Bina. Hello, how are you today?
I am good. Thank you. Thank you for having me. And I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking.
We are thrilled to have you. I met Bina at our Women Working in Wealth Summit, and we instantly connected. And I knew that we had to have you on the podcast, especially with the work that you're doing. So I'm just going to hop in here and get started with some questions. And we would love to hear about your money story and how it has shaped you both personally and professionally.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. And the money story, that how did it shape me as a young professional and now in my mid 40s, right, as a woman. So I'm an immigrant. I came to America when I was 16 from India. So I was born and grew up in India, and I went to boarding school. I studied in boarding school in India. So growing up, there was not much thought put behind money because we were sent away to boarding school, and certain privileged kids, women would able to attend this type of program in boarding school. That just gave me the leverage, thinking that I don't have to worry about money. So never had thought or feeling about money because everything was taken care of by our parents. Then fast forward, now I'm in America in 1996. I came in July 1996, where the whole world changed. The whole shifted for me, where not to worry about money or think about money versus quick realize that my parents don't have money, not speaking the language, and how to provide for themselves and us three siblings, my sister, I, and my brother. So age of 16, I quickly learned that if we don't have money and to survive in this country, not only I have to learn how to speak, but I have to work like right away. So I quickly started looking for jobs, and I landed working at Boston Market. I don't know if there are still few around now. I worked at Boston Market for a couple of months and then shifted over to Starbucks. And I did that for 7 years while I put myself to school and college and etc. And what I learned in my younger age about money is not having money, I miss out a lot in life. There was a critical years when I came to America where some of my friends at Starbucks were looking to attend a concert, or Friday night wanted to go to bars or party. I quickly cover their shift. So for me, I was thinking, oh, if Lindsey doesn't work Friday night, that means I get to work her shift, so I'll make more money. And doing that, I missed out on a lot, like growing up. And my focus was just three things. It's like, I have to educate myself because I don't want to make cappuccinos all life, right? I have to learn how to speak and how to communicate well. So that the struggle, a couple of years of struggle, made me who I am today. Now I can say financially independent woman and helping other female and other immigrant family with their money.
That's an incredible story and really such a testament to the work that you do. And I know that you're just as hard of a worker today. And in our previous conversations, you had mentioned the reason why you were interested in financial services. So maybe walk our listeners through, like, why did you choose financial services, coming from the background that you came from?
Yeah, totally. So I was in San Diego, got married. It was in San Diego. Then quick after that, in 2005, my husband and I moved to New Jersey because of his job. And at that time, I was working in the bank, and the monster.com, I don't know if you guys even know what that is, but that was a resume that we uploaded at that time. One of the recruiter had from MetLife approached me, and the way in which she explained this career is that you get to make an impact on people's lives by helping them to create a financial balance, and you can have ability to make as much as money you would want or as little, and ability to have a freedom. So that just resonated with me at age of 28 when I got into this business. It just resonated me how the independence was very important to me. I'm not sure why at that time, but if I have to guess looking back, I thought I would be a mom. And when I'm a mom, I would be able to have flexibility of schedules so that I can take my daughter or son to all the extracurricular activities that people do, right? So that just made it me interested, the freedom aspect of it. And now fast forward 13 years or 14 years in this career, I'm not a mom, so it didn't work out for me in my favor. However, I still resonate today about the freedom and how it's helping me to have a lifestyle that created while I'm helping in my community, while making money.
Yeah, it seems like those three pillars: unlimited income potential, the independence and the freedom, which comes with the autonomy of your schedule, and the flexibility that this career has. And that really resonated with you, and I hope resonates with some of our listeners. With your role in what you do, you work in insurance. And for those that are new here that don't know what that means, what does it mean to work with insurance products?
Yeah, so basically, I am an insurance advisor, if you would, or insurance broker in a simple term. Insurance is just simply, the word insurance is you passing a risk to a third company. We have auto insurance, basically paying a premium. In event of accident, the company will help you to offset that cost, right? I'm passing a risk to third company. My expertise is life insurance, disability insurance, and health insurance. But my majority of what I do is focus on life insurance. So life insurance is, in simple term, is consumer buys a policy in their lives. In event of passing away, the beneficiary receives a death benefit. So that's what, in terms, life insurance is.
Perfect. And how do you find clients, or how do clients find you, or how do you build a book? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah, totally. So in the beginning of any business, right? Whether it's life insurance, investment advisors, financial planners, or any business, the key is to have consistency. And it takes a while to build a business. For me, the way in which in the beginning I did what I was told to do by my manager. I attended networking events. When I used to go to parties or weddings or any event, I would make sure that I speak to someone, not regarding insurance, but I would get to know that particular person. So personal observation. I joined a couple of networking group who met every other week or monthly basis. That's how I found clients. I also have a COI, Center of Influence. And Center of Influence could be anyone that you trust and respect. For me, was a CPA, a couple other good friends of mine who then become Center of Influence for me. And that's how I found my clients in the beginning. And now I'm fortunate to say that over 90% of my practice has been referral based. So my partner and I, my business partner, Sciabica, and I have clients now in 22 states, and we are sought out for word of mouth. And the way in which I have clients now is through referral.
Seems like you put in a lot of that hard work and a lot of the skill sets that you had when you first came to America really translated. That hard work, that ethics, and the things that I took away from what you do is consistency, time, the personal observation, and your centers of influence. And how important is that for all of us to develop those different pillars? Let's take a quick break.
Want to join our community of women working in wealth? Follow us on your social media platform of choice at Women Working in Wealth to stay informed about upcoming events, industry developments, and our fellow flock members making waves in the field. We hope you'll join us in our mission to break the bias.
Let's get back into our conversation with Bina. Next question for you is, so what is your favorite part about working with your clients?
That's probably one of the most fun things that I do. I get to meet various people in various stages of their lives. I have clients who, like I said, in 22 different states. I have clients who owns liquor stores, to hotel owners, to attorneys, doctors. So I have clients in pharmacists, ITs, in various markets. And what I love about the most when I meet them is, I quote this always, and I tell my clients this, is not all my friends are my clients, but all my clients are my friends. And the way in which I feel like I'm gifted in a way that I make them feel comfortable, especially because talking about money, it's very emotional journey for all of us. Keeping it simple, keeping it straightforward, and keeping it just for them and what they are trying to achieve, doing that makes me happy. And talking to different people, I learn a lot. I learn about their background, their custom, their culture, their relationship with their own money, the money story that they share with me. So I'm also grooming with my client when I'm talking to them.
Well, it sounds like you have a lot of friends. And second, it seems as though they come from all different vocational backgrounds. And do you typically work with a specific niche of client, or is it just based on your populace? You mentioned our referrals. And so it's just those that know our friends of Bina's become friends of Bina's. Walk us through that.
So we have, I would say we have pocket of niche, if you would. We do work with a lot of pharmacists. We started working with, my cousin is a pharmacist, and then she referred me to a couple people. The same cousin's husband had referred me to physician market. So we have pocket of doctors and medical community, then pharmacists. My husband himself is in IT, so I have pocket of IT professionals. So, and people many times had asked me and asked Joe, my business partner, is like, how much we have to make to work with you? And I said, the criteria to work with me and Joe is they have to be nice, they have to be open-minded and respectful.
I am obsessed with you looking at it from a value-based lens, right? Being nice, open-minded, respectful it can be perhaps not associated with monetary ties, right? And so really looking for those clients that resonate with your values is really important. It sounds as though, you've built a value-based practice. And so if I was a woman, perhaps a woman of color that's interested in a role in insurance, like what steps would you take, or what would you recommend for her to take in order to find a career in insurance or financial services?
So thank you for asking me that question. And many people had in the past asked me what one has to do, whether it's a woman or a man. But let's focus on woman, especially with the color, if I may. Then the advice I would give is there is only three reasons people will come into this industry. One, it's very obvious, is monetary gain. There is upwards to make a lot of money if you do it right. The second is impact. How are you making an impact in your own bubble, in your own community? And if you continue wanting to make that impact. And the third is independence, a freedom. And when I began joining this career, I was naive. I was not trained to do what I do today. And I joined because of independence. So if woman wants to come into this industry, I would say first and foremost, you need to understand why you want to do that. What about this industry is resonating, right? Whether it's money, impact, independence, right? It doesn't have to be one or other. It could be all of that. Then have consistency, meaning this business can be lonely business because you selling insurance is a way of what if something happens, like what if? So it's not this industry is not glam. I'm not selling flashy iPhone or any of that. So it is boring. Plus you're talking about people's emotion. So it takes a while to build what you need to build. So have consistency, have work ethic, meaning if I need to make 15, 20 calls a day or a week, am I doing that? And surround yourself, whether it's your coworker or within your own community, surround yourself with like-minded people who can massage your self-ego or protect your self-ego, if you would, because it's very easy. And speaking from experience, it was very easy for me to doubt myself, very easy for me to say, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, he said no again, or she said no. You're going to get a lot of rejection. So understand and work around those rejections, because no is not always no. No is maybe. That's what I learned in this business.
Wow. I think that consistency and just putting those into different buckets, monetary, impact, independence. And I would love to have a couple of your thoughts around curbing that loneliness and building a community within your network so that you can continue forging on and building that confidence. So perhaps provide a couple of steps to help bridge the loneliness of insurance or financial advice.
Yeah, totally. So loneliness, it is, we are independent advisors. So, and especially last 3 years or 4 years, last 2 years, pandemic, it become more lonely, right? Not people are not going to office. So I'm in, as you see, in my own home. How to bridge that gap or the loneliness is surround yourself with like-minded people who you respect and have the same respect for you. That person has same respect for you. So in my case, in the beginning of the career, I got introduced to Joe Sciabica, who's become my business partner now. I wanted him to give me constructive criticism, not like, hey, Bina, you're great, but like, okay, what do I need to do to make it better? So that's how I learned this business. Also it's when I realized that there was not South Asian networking group in my own community where I lived. So I reached out to an attorney, a banker, and a CPA who were South Asian women. And I asked all of them to meet. So I created my own networking groups. So if you find yourself alone, and if you wanted to do XYZ, and if it's not available to you, go and do it. That's what I did. I created my own networking group, and we met once a month. And actually 2 weeks ago, I attended one of the women's wedding. She got married. So you just don't know how those friends becomes those center of influence, or those people in your life, professional lives, becomes your close friends.
It sounds as though you really took that self-starter initiative and built that community and actively sought out people that you wanted to network with. And how important is that? And it sounded like your center of influence are also nice, open-minded, and respectful, which is the same thing you're looking for with your clients. So we have loved our time. I can't believe we're towards the end, but I would love for you to give our listeners a little bit of advice that you'd give to younger Bina. What would you tell her?
So I would say a couple things. If in my 20s, I would say to her that don't be afraid of doing uncomfortable thing first, or do the hard thing first and things will get easier. Second, I would say is you just have to believe in yourself and eliminate the self. And third is don't try to be anybody else and focus on your strength versus your weakness and stop comparing.
Such valuable advice. So for our listeners, where can they find Bina? How can they stay connected with you?
So they can find me on LinkedIn or in Facebook. I have both a personal and a business page in Facebook. They can also, I'm not sure you're going to be providing my email, but they can always write to me. But I would say social media, which is LinkedIn and Facebook, they can find me.
Sounds great. Well, we have appreciated our time today, and thank you so much. And we can't wait to air your episode of Women Working in Wealth.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, and please leave a rating and review. To keep up with future episodes, subscribe to our show and follow us at our Women Working in Wealth social channels. This has been Women Working in Wealth, brought to you by the American College of Financial Services.